good morning, gorgeous sisters. How are you? Luanne, Marine here. I'm just checking, all those technical stuff before I do our Path to Purpose message today. I feel this is going to be a good one. I don't know, there's something about today. So I hope you're all well. Yes, and we're love. Awesome. So, again, welcome to all our new goddess sisters in here. So great to have you, and I'm assuming a lot of you are joining too for the webinar that is coming up soon. Well, the training, right? How to identify your life purpose and make a greater impact in the world. It's for spiritual women who really want clarity around their purpose. Whether or not you put it into a business, this is, I'm very excited about this masterclass. So I'm going to put a link in soon, and you can register for that. That's on Thursday live. So now each week we do a Path to Purpose message wherever you are on your journey, and I kind of weave it in with hand analysis. If you're new to hand analysis and you're watching, it's a beautiful modality based on ancient palmistry with the latest scientific discoveries, and it's been around for over 30 years now. So I'm a master teacher in that, and so I kind of want to weave that in. Hello Jody, how are you, beautiful? I want to weave that in with the message that the universe, creator, God, goddess, whatever it is, wants to share with you today to put you on path. Right, kind of to course correct or to inspire you to really go for your purpose and really embody that. So each week I do a different oracle deck, and this week I'm coming back to one of my favorites, the beautiful Julie Lewin and Tash Lewin, her daughter, Magic Not Logic cards. And they're actually based around beliefs. So this is a thing, I think this is perfect when we are on our purpose or on that path, and our purpose, where purpose is lifelong. We're always, on our purpose and in some shape or form, and sometimes things get in the way, or we're wondering why we're feeling stuck, or we're just unmotivated, and these messages are just to say, hey, it's all good, I got you, universe, I got you, just take a step this way. So I'd love your feedback if you're resonating with these. I pick 3 cards, you choose 1, 2 or 3, or have the whole lot. Lovely to have you here, Jody, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so just making sure everything's cool here. Beautiful. Okay, so the first card today in pursuit and expression of your purpose. So the word is, well, it's not the word, the belief that needs to be kind of looked at, made friends with, okay, is I just have to tweak this, tweak this first, right? So this is when you are, you might be, we had our hand analysis class just before, and it's like we were talking about showing up, how you show up. If you've got a business, or how you show up in a relationship, or wherever. And we were talking about her being in front of people, more people, and the thought that comes up, not her, but the thought that comes up when, say, like doing a video, it's like, well, I have to lose weight, right? Or something has to be fixed before I can do that thing that you want to do, that's on purpose. And so it's kind of like that. And actually, Nicolina, if you're watching this later, you actually said something beautiful. It's the imperfect perfection, right? Imperfect perfection. So if you're working with this, I have to do this before I can do that. We want to clear that. And the activation, so there's this beautiful activation on these cards. It's now is the time to take it to the world. So there's confirmation. You've had this thought, you've had this idea. This is confirmation, gorgeous, for you. I trust that I can make any adjustments as I receive feedback from real people. That last bit is so important, because the feedback from real people, I love the quote too, I always go by this, is feedback is the breakfast of champions, right? feedback that is kind, feedback, we do the feedback sandwich. It's like, this is what was good, this is what can be improved, and finish off with something that is good. And so be careful who you take the feedback from also, right? Be very careful. And it's like, sometimes family members, you've got this great idea that you want to do, and they're like, oh, I don't know if that's going to work, but they're probably not the people that you want this idea for. So see who you get feedback. That's why there's a multi-billion-dollar coaching industry out there, right? And there's coaches in every single niche that you could think of if you need support, right? You don't have to tweak it. Sometimes you just have to throw it out there after you've put it together in some shape or form. I'm not just saying throw spaghetti out the wall. I'm thinking you need to share it with somebody and then get the feedback, tweak it, make it better. Make it better. I've done that with lots of different programs I've created, lots of different courses I've created. Some never saw the light of day. I put it out there, nobody wanted it, right? So I went, I need to go back to the drawing board. But it doesn't need to be perfect. That's we don't do that. We don't do that here. So that's the first card. Does that make sense to you? Okay. The second card today, the belief that we are clearing. It's the kind of, I love these. I just love these. They build on upon each other. When XYZ happens, then it will be the right time, right? When XYZ happens, then it will be the right time. There's the card, and there's beautiful images here, activation images. So kind of like, the first card was like, I have to make it right before I can bring it out. The second card, okay, I've got it right, but I have to see a sign. This is something that I love. I'm a spiritual woman. I love working with spiritual women. But sometimes we can use the excuse, when I get the sign, okay? When I get the sign, and it's almost like you're making a deal with God or with the Creator. It's like, I don't trust that I can actually do this, so you better show me that this is the right way. And yes, we do get signs. I've had lots. I have kind of used that before. I'm like, I'm not going to do that thing. This is not the right relationship. Look, we'll just talk about relationship. This is not the right relationship because I didn't get a sign that it's the right one, right? And I was watching this video the other day. I love watching YouTube, all the self-development and spiritual stuff. And there was a relationship coach on there. It was so interesting. And she said, when you meet somebody for the first time, and it's kind of so counterintuitive and can kind of be triggering too, so I apologize, I'm just sharing the story. She said, when you meet somebody for the first time, right, and you get those butterflies, and it's like, oh my gosh, he is the one, he's the one, we're going to have babies, we're going to be married in whichever order it is these days, and my life is going to be amazing with him because I can feel it. I get the butterflies. And she actually said it's the opposite. So when you're getting butterflies for people, and I know sometimes it's like, when you get the butterflies for somebody, it's because you need something in them is not triggering, that's probably the wrong word, is activating something in you to heal. Does that make sense? I hope I've explained that. So it's like you're getting butterflies because of your conditioning. It's like, oh, I need something in him or her that I don't see in myself. So there's the butterflies, and then it's all exciting. There's lots of sex and lots of connection, and then it fizzes out right after that honeymoon period. Why am I talking about this today? So, because I got the sign. When really in relationships, I don't know why this card's come out today. So in relationship, it's like, oh, okay, it's the slow burn. It's like, oh, okay, it's not all firecrackers, because that's like the Disney, right? That's the fairy tale that we've all been conditioned. It's got to be the one for you. There's gonna be sparks. Yeah, there can be sparks, but fire burns out if you don't keep stoking it. So I'm not saying that if you do have somebody like that, but again, my words, read my mind. So, and she said, well, it's the one that's like, oh, okay, this is interesting. There's not a lot of fireworks here, but there's something here, right? Because you've probably healed something in you. You're not looking for it externally. right time. And it's the same for if you for instance, it's like if you've got a workshop, right? You've created this workshop and you put your heart and soul into it. Your heart and soul, and you're being in the joy of creating it, and it's ready, and then you're like, oh, I don't think it's the right time because of the climate change, or COVID's happened, or I don't think it's the right time. And be kind with yourself, be really kind. And it's like, no, that's a belief. The right time is when you want to do it, okay? The right person is when you can go, okay, I'm ready for a relationship. I'm not attracting people that I need to keep doing my healing work with. So the activation for this card is, now is the right time. There will be no perfect time to take action. I will take action now, even if it feels hard and scary. Now I'll put that up for you. You can stop the video, pause it if you want to read that, and I'll put them up anyway here. Ooh, even if it feels hard and scary, which is so interesting, right? It's like we're stretching ourselves out of our comfort zone. Hello, whoever's there. I can not read the comment at the moment, but I want to say hello. Thank you for joining me live. And if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay girl. Okay. Hey Jan, good to see you. Okay, so our third card today, and maybe it's just we want them all today. They kind of weave in. The third card today is work. The belief is that we need to clear, work isn't meant to be fun, otherwise it wouldn't be work. Look at that awesome image. Sorry, the ring. Work isn't meant to be, if work isn't meant to be fun, it wouldn't be work. Oh my gosh. Why would you do work that you don't enjoy? Why? And I get it. We've got to pay the bills. We've got to put the kids through school, got to put food on the table. So I'm going to look for any work. And it doesn't last very long if your heart is not in it, right? You're going, your whole energy, I'm just feeling the whole energy. I'm thinking about a job that I had. It was... The job was working, I actually want to share this story. So many years ago, before when I first came back to Melbourne, and I was with my ex-husband, and I was working a couple of jobs. And one of the jobs was I was working in accounts. It was a temp job. So I went for this job because I knew that wasn't my purpose. I didn't want to be stuck in an office. I didn't want to be doing accounting work. But I got the job to do that, and I wasn't even on purpose back then. So got this job. It was at actually what's the pasta place? Is it Latina in Melbourne? And I drive my car. It was a 40-minute drive there from where I lived, and it was okay, but it was boring as batshit. It was so boring. It was in the cubicle. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just do this here. One thing that happened was that the girl I was looking after a position. I was kind of temping for a girl who was there. Somebody had left, so she had that job, and I took her job. So she had this eye on me the whole time. She was a real cow. Like, she was, bless her soul. I couldn't do anything right. But everybody else in the office was so great. They were like, oh, Luann, you're so great. And when I left, 6-8 weeks later, I had flowers sent from the Sydney office. She didn't like that, but I didn't get it. I just didn't get it. But I really disliked the job. And so I left. They said, do you want to work full time here? I'm like, hell no, I'm not. I don't want to work full time there. Like, I'm out of here, girl. So hello, Nora, good to see you. So that belief of, well, this is kind of belief. It wasn't fun, right? It's not meant to be fun. It sucked big time. So the clearing, I'm going to go to the clearing now, and I got out of there and blah, blah, blah. Long story after that. But I still had to do a lot of other jobs in between. But the environment. But if you're doing work, so the other thing is, I was a waitress in Alice Springs, at the Alice Springs Casino, and the wine waitress, right? So it was a part-time job, and that was fun, right? It is hard work, right? Being on your feet all the time, and being on your feet, and just sometimes you get crabby clients or customers. One time I actually brought red wine to a table and it was all very nice, and I popped that bottle and spilt it on somebody. It was so embarrassing. Paid for his dry cleaning, he got over it. But again, that was fun, right? That was fun. But allow yourself, so this is where it comes to, long story, allow yourself to follow the work that you want to do. Even if you have to do something on the side that, okay, that's kind of paying for stuff, but always do some work that is fun for you. Work is really fun, and it's such an old belief anyway. So the activation is, if I don't have fun, then it's not going to be sustainable. I easily find the balance between work and play. If I don't have fun, then it's not going to be sustainable. And so sometimes, so it kind of counterintuitive, sometimes it's like, you have to just do, not everything is going to be fun. Doesn't mean you shouldn't be doing it. It's that whole concept of stretching out of your comfort zone again. Because sometimes work isn't fun because it's new. And you feel, depending on what's in your fingerprints, right? It's new, you feel inadequate, but it's that growth opportunity. Right? The more you stay there, and the more you do it, the more you learn, the more it becomes fun. I've been working just recently, getting ready for this webinar, doing lots of stuff online. I love all that stuff. Problems to solve, which is a long headline I have. I'm like, oh yeah, this goes there and this goes there. Anyone else would think that would be shocking, right? But I'm like, it's fun, right? But it was bloody hard work. So anyway, so those are our three cards. I feel like I want to pull an overarching card from the Goddess Oracle deck here, just to seal this off. Okay, you don't have to tweak it. First card, it's the right time now, and work through that comfort zone, right? It's fun, fun, fun. And our card for the Goddess is, don't you love it? Pleasure. Okay, it's pleasure. When you've done all this hard work, and it comes back to my student Nicolina. So she actually said today, I said, what do you want to do? What are you really here? What's your message? She goes, that everyone should have pleasure. Everyone should have pleasure in their life. It doesn't have to be sexual pleasure. It's just pleasure and fun and joy. And so what brings you pleasure? Now go and do it. So there you go, gorgeous one. Thank you for sticking in with me. Does this resonate with you? We went all around the place today. I'll put these up. And just remember, on Thursday, I'm doing a live masterclass, how to identify your life purpose, right? So you can make a greater impact in the world, whether that be in a business, in your community, in your family. We make an impact in being on purpose. So I'm going to share, the 3 mistakes that happen and a 4-step process. So 60 minutes, come and join me. I'll put the link below and invite anyone who you think might want to enjoy that. Many blessings. Bye for now.